Hey Claire, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Excited.
Very exciting. I'm so happy to have you on the show. So I'm going to start with my quick fire questions that I do with all of my guests. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so cocktail or Prosecco?
Prosecco.
Beach or pool?
Pool.
Volume or super volume?
Oh, super volume.
Night in or night out?
Oh, night out, always.
You're an out go, are you?
I am.
Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
TikTok, really?
Is this like for work or for like?
Just generally.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Love TikTok.
I must admit, I've only just started going on TikTok recently and I have to get off because I'll spend my whole day on there. I'm like, get off.
Oh, literally, I'm like 5 more TikToks. Okay, when it gets like 5:02, I'll get off. And then I look, it's been like 3 hours. Very dangerous.
It really is. So Claire, can you introduce yourself and just tell everyone who you are and what you do?
I'm Claire. My business is the Lash House. I was a lash tech for 4 years and now I do training, and my main bulk of my business is selling products.
Amazing. So tell me a little bit more about you, like your background. What was your childhood like?
So I was actually born in Australia, and then I lived there till I was about 9. Then we moved to England, and then it was just like, I don't know, I can't really remember much of my childhood, but I was quite quiet in school. I never really had a big personality. And then, yeah, I always knew I wanted to do something, even when I was 15, 16, when Depop first came out, I was always basically I didn't know what drop shipping was, but I was doing that. So I was buying things from AliExpress and people would buy it on my website and then I would send it to them. And then I was in the top 1% of Depop sellers, and then my account got banned because I was selling fake Cartier bracelets, but they knew that they were buying it, but you're not allowed to. But obviously, as a kid, and also you had to be a certain age to use the app, so I got banned. So as a kid, I was always trying to make money in whatever way, and I feel like I was quite strong-willed and knew what I wanted to do. But also coming from where I lived in Australia, a very small desert town where there's not many opportunities. It's 4 hours away from any big city. To come to London, it's the land of opportunities. So I definitely took that, and it was a good motivation because I never wanted to end up back where I used to live.
Really? So you'd think everyone's like, oh my God, no, Australia must be the best.
Oh, I mean, I love it, but where I would go on holiday is completely different to where I grew up as a kid. It's very much everyone knows everyone, everyone's in your business, and I could never live in that small community.
So you're in London now, are you? Is that where you live?
Yeah, I live in London.
Yeah, it is literally the city of opportunity, isn't it?
Definitely. I think anywhere, but it's definitely I don't know, I think in London, I don't know about the rest of the UK, it's kind of a bit cringe, but hustle mentality, and you go get it. You don't wait for things to come to you, you go out and get it. So yeah, it's definitely helped in that respect as well for my business.
So you've literally got that hustler background in you anyway. If you was doing the Alibaba when you was little, I absolutely love that. No, I love that. I mean, that's so good, because really then going from that to what you do now, you're so used to dealing with manufacturers all them years ago.
But I wasn't doing the bulk. I was buying on AliExpress, so it would be you buy one thing and then you would sell it. I don't know, so I never dealt with manufacturers. I only really learned recently, but I definitely learned to deal with customers, I guess.
So from school then moving over here, how did you go into the lash world? Did you just do a random course? Did you think that was what you wanted to do?
So I started when literally lashes, no one really, there was only really classics, there wasn't Russian or hybrid, and I got them done once, and I ended up getting a sty on my eye, and they were a bit stuck together. But then I walked out of that appointment. So I was a bit naughty and I said I had a doctor's appointment from my office job. So I was in uni full time and I had office job as well. And then I said I had a doctor's appointment, got my lashes done, came back, and I was like, I've just paid her £40 for an hour and a half when I'm going to my full-time job. I get paid £62 for 8 hours. So I was like, that is a no-brainer. Why would I not do that? So I booked on a course. It was a really cheap one. There was 12 people on the course, and I started doing it, and then I actually hated it because it was so hard. So I gave up. And then a couple months later, I was like, no, I really need money. So then I picked it back up, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, it's such good money, Anna. Why don't I continue this? And then that's when.
Wow. So do you still do clients now, or just teach and product?
Just teaching and products. And then I do my old clients as models. So I try and do 3 sets a week. I do it completely free of charge, but just for content and still keeping the skill, because I would never want to stop. And I actually find it really therapeutic as well. So I try and do 3 a week, but sometimes I don't get to do that.
Because the Lash House is your baby now. So tell me, how did that start?
It was I remember being on holiday, and I was like, again, it's just very much, I'm paying this company X amount for a tray. Why don't I make my own? And then I can make them the best trays ever. So I did that. I found suppliers, and I was trialing so many samples, but I didn't have much money to do that. And they really loved to, just knowing what I know now, what they charge for a sample is ridiculous. But anyway, I was doing it all, and I found one I really, really liked, and he was so nice, and he's still my supplier to this day, one of them. And I just started with trays, and I started with 0.07 because that is my fave. But it's actually the least, no one buys 0.7. So I didn't know this, but that's what I started with, and then I went bigger and expanded.
Wow. So how long ago was this? When did this start?
Maybe 3 years ago, I think. And my trays were so ugly. I think I made the logo on I don't even know. I just probably screenshotted something on, the font. I probably typed it in, and then it was so ugly. But now I have a graphic designer. But yeah, it was 3 years ago, but it was only really in lockdown last year that it just really took off.
Okay, what happened there? Was that kind of your turning point, lockdown?
100%. So I think Black Friday was my ultimate turning point. The person that does my website was you should really push your products for Black Friday. So I did that, not this Black Friday, but the one before. So I did that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. So when it came to December last year, not last year, the year 2020, the final lockdown, Boris was like, you can't work. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have rent to pay, I don't have any help. So I was I've really got to push these products. And I just stayed on Instagram, and it was so fun because I lived by myself. We were in a lockdown. So I feel I made so many internet besties. And then I was just showing them my products, and then it started growing, and I was like, I want to do collections like Kylie Jenner, because I feel the lash industry, as much as it's amazing, it's a bit boring sometimes. A logo on a tray just isn't cutting it nowadays to me. So I was like, I want to do these fire collections. So then I came up with my sex proof collection. And then from there, it just once I started making it into my own and my passion, I portrayed into my products, it just really went crazy, which is amazing.
Do you think that, because obviously lots of people said over that lockdown, social media grew them so much because you could build that following, you could really connect with people. Do you think people fell in love with you over the brand?
I guess so, because my best business tip for anyone watching is people buy from people. So if you're scared to show your face, you kind of need to for your business to grow. But I think I genuinely formed good connections with people, and because I was by myself, these people were getting me through the day. So I think I kind of became friends with these people that were I'd never met before, and then they maybe supported me and saw how passionate I was about my products and thought, like, if she loves it so much, why don't we give it a try? And then grow.
Because am I right in thinking you was doing it all from somewhere small, wasn't it? And then you moved to an apartment and now you're in like somewhere else. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I started off in my mum's house in her bedroom, in my bedroom, lashing and my products. And then basically I moved back to Australia, but COVID came. So I came back and I was actually living with a friend, and I was like, had all my products in the boot of my car, and I was selling, like going to the post office and packaging there. And then I got my own flat and I was lashing in my living room. And then my bedroom was basically my stock room, and my living room. And then it got too much. Like I was very much like living in a stock room. So eventually, in like this time last year, pretty much, I moved to my new flat and I was doing it in my spare bedroom. Then now, just before Christmas, I got like a whole office, but it's got like a stock room, a training room, an office. So yeah, that's where I am now. So it's kind of mad how fast it's gone when I look back from like my mum's bedroom to here. It's crazy.
Yeah, like Claire, you should shout about this more. Like, it's actually an incredible successful story. Like, so good.
Oh, thanks so much. I think I definitely want a warehouse though. Maybe when I get a warehouse, that's when I maybe will do it.
I don't think you're going to be far off that.
Oh, fingers crossed.
So going back to social then, you're mainly on Instagram, aren't you?
Yeah,
for business.
Yeah. So on my website, I can see the traffic where people come from. So like 80% is from Instagram, 10% is TikTok. I try the TikTok so much, but sometimes it's time consuming. But I think I've mainly grown on Instagram. Yeah, I find that really good for business.
How those that are listening, because mainly the people listening to this podcast will be lash artists, salon owners, all in our industry. What would your tips be for building up that Instagram? Because I guarantee people will look at you and watch you and think, wow, how does she do it? Like, what are your tips?
Yeah, I have so many. I could talk about this for hours, but I'll give you my best ones. I know I'm saying like use Instagram, but you have to use TikTok side by side. And then you want to like convert them over to Instagram. That's like, you want to get the new younger clientele. But once they're like on your Instagram, you need to post every day. And I know people are like, I don't know what to post. But when you have one lash client, you can get a before and after photo, you can get a cute after photo, like just on its own. You do a reel of you doing it, videos, you can get so much content from one person. So I would say like post 3 reels a week, if not 4. Try and do like 2 funny, 1 lash related one, and then 1 educational. So maybe like how to clean your lashes. And you want to aim it at your demographic. So I see a lot of lash techs making the mistake of aiming their content at other lash techs. So although they'll get loads of likes and comments, you won't get bookings from that. So I would say, like, for me, lash techs is my demographic, so I'm going to make content for them. Whereas, like, if you're a lash tech wanting to get clients to book, with your funny reels, pretend like you're a client and do your reels based around that and like how lashes make you feel when you get them, stuff like that. And you have to engage with the people on your Instagram, like reply to their stories with fire emojis, comment underneath their posts, tell them happy birthday, things like that, like build connections. And post your face. Don't be scared. No, like who cares what people think?
Yeah, definitely. And actually, I think you're like the prime example for that, because you're face to cam quite a lot and you do loads of lives, and lots of the times you can see Claire don't care what she wears, what she looks like. She just wants to have fun. Like, and that's why people love you so much, because you're so real.
Oh, thanks. I think it might just be laziness, if I'm honest with you. I can't be bothered to do makeup all the time and I want to be comfy. So I'm just like a filter on. I know people are against that, but for me, I just think why not? And who cares what people think? Just go on live. I think the main thing is like they're worried about what people from their school will think. And I just think you haven't seen these people brilliant in 10 plus years. Who gives a shit? Just post yourself and then you'll see your business grow. Like people will start replying to you and you'll be like, oh, this is so fun. And then you keep doing it. And even Instagram lives, Like, I just find it so fun. I have made so many friends off it, and you definitely will. Even if there's 10 people watching, that's like 10 potential clients for you, or friends.
Definitely. Definitely. That's such amazing tips. But I know people saying, when you're saying post every day, people are going to have a heart attack of post every day. But it is so worth it if you want to build it up, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. And you don't have to think every day, okay, I've got to make content. You can like plan it every Sunday. You can pop it in your drafts, and then at 7 p.m, so every single day at 7 p.m, even on a weekend, you should be posting on your Instagram. And you'll honestly see such a growth. Like, consistency is key in all aspects of life, and especially on your socials, you have to be out there, because if you're not posting, the girl down the road is going to be posting at 7 every day. Who are they going to see more, and who are they going to remember? The girl that's always posting, or you that just is too shy? They're going to remember her. So that's like, I know it's a bit of a harsh reality, but that's how it is. And you want to like scream and shout and show everyone your amazing business.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. And do you post them at the same time every night then?
Yeah, so I try and do basically, if you have a business page on Instagram, you can schedule your posts on Facebook, but it goes to your Instagram. It's really weird. So I try and do 7 p.m. every night. I actually post twice a day because I do my products in the morning, but for Lash Hause, just do 7 p.m. every night. It's the best time for engagement. Like, I've trialed so many things, and 7 p.m. definitely is the best time.
It's funny you say about consistency, because I was listening to something the other day and it really hit hard, and I actually told my salon owners that I look after, because I coach salon owners, and I said, and so it was like going on about consistency and stuff, and there was this guy that was trying to get into TikTok, and every single day he would post and he wasn't getting anywhere at all, and he'd done something like 71 videos. It was 70 something, let's say 71, and on the 71st video he still got nowhere at all. There was hardly no views, no nothing. On the 72nd video he posted, it went viral.
Yeah,
like, and it's like that one video, and now his job is TikTok and doing whatever he does, content creator and that stuff. Like, but if he gave up after that 71st video, he wouldn't be where he is today. So it's crazy. It just takes one time of being consistent.
Literally, like, it's just, you have to keep going. And sometimes you're probably thinking like, oh, I'm just trying for no reason. But like, exactly what happened to him, it will happen. Like, I know people are like, oh, it's never gonna happen to me. It bloody will. And you just have to be consistent. And the same with TikTok, Instagram, all aspects. Like, people should see social media as 50% of their job. I know it's like a lot, but you really need to see it as 50% of your job, because if you don't, you will just get left behind. Sadly.
Definitely. And if it is something that you like absolutely hate, some people suffer with anxiety around the whole like social stuff, like outsource it now. There's so many companies you could outsource it to, where you just give the content to, or you can hire a member of staff now. I've got staff members that are doing social. Like, there is other ways around it if you personally are like, I can't do this, I hate it. Like, there is other ways.
Oh, 100%. And with the anxiety thing, like, sometimes I get really anxious, but if you need to take a break, it's okay. Like, sometimes it can be very overwhelming and you think, oh my gosh, I've got all these messages, I don't know where to start. And like, it's okay to take a break. Like, I don't expect you to be 365 days of the year doing 7 p.m. every day, but if you can try your best to do it, that's all that matters. And like you said, if you don't want to do it personally, you can outsource. Like, there's so many social media managers out there nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just go on branding slightly, because you've created now this whole brand in these few years that you've been doing it, and obviously you've got your collections and stuff, and it's just incredible what you've done. Those that are listening, what tips can you give when it comes to building a brand? How would you recommend building a brand?
Number one, get a graphic designer. I know it's like scary and it's like, oh, that's expensive, but you just got to see it as investing in your brand, and you can use it as like for your tax. That's like a business expense. Because as soon as I got a graphic designer, it gave like a whole branding and like identity to my business. So like pink, gold, butterflies, really girly. And I would like, some people, they use Canva, and I see a lot of people, because Canva is really, really good. It's free. But if you get a graphic designer, they'll give you like a unique logo. And I just think as soon as I got one, it really helped my business and give it a branding identity. Don't be afraid to invest in your business because it's so worth it. And you don't have to go like super out there, like literally just a simple, like my logo is pretty simple, but then when you do collections and stuff, or like you could do, for people lash techs watching, you could do like a name for like a style of your lash. I used to do Kylie lashes. You could get like really cute branding for that, and then you want to build an identity around your business, and like, so when they see you, like, that's the Lash House, that kind of thing. That's what you want for your business, and it just really, really, really helps. But get a graphic designer. That's my biggest tip.
Wow, that's good tip. That's good tip. Well, I'm sure everyone.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, go for it.
I was just going to say, if you want a graphic designer, because people are probably thinking who, Brands by Laura is really, really, really good. She's on Instagram. That's my graphic designer.
Oh, is it really?
So that's wants to message her, tell her I sent you.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Okay, so where can people connect with you if they haven't already that are listening?
My Instagram, my website, and my TikTok. It's all the Lash House, but house is spelled with an A, not an O.
Perfect. Do you deal with all of your website and everything on your own? Like, have you studied it? Because are you on WordPress?
I was on WordPress, and then I switched to Shopify in December.
Oh, really? Do you prefer it?
Oh, if anyone's on WordPress, get yourselves over to Shopify. So I do have like a website guy that does it for me, but since moving to Shopify, it's so much easier. Like, I don't always have to message him because I can just do it myself. Like, even things down to like adding products. You can see when people are live on your website, which is really cool, and like where they are. It's just so much more user friendly, and you can like create apps that like plugins on WordPress. It's the same thing. And I could just do it all myself. It's so much easier. Like, I've just added a rewards like point system, basically kind of like a Boots or Superdrug card. I put it on my website myself. So things like that. And then if I'm really struggling, I want to put free next day shipping for a year. You know, like Pretty Little Thing do, but on my website, my website guy will do that because I've really tried and I can't.
Yeah, I actually love taking over the website type of stuff. Like, I love that and seeing what, like, all the different things that you can have on the website, but I have to have my web guy. Like, he is my life.
Yeah. Do you have WordPress or do you have Shopify?
Yeah, no, I have WordPress. I've had it for like 13 years. So I kind of know it a lot now, like all the background stuff, but I love the being able to see where people are in the country, like live on the website. Like, but you can only get that with Spotify, can't you?
Yeah,
not Spotify. What am I talking about?
It sounds the same. But just because I had WordPress 3 years and then I switched, and Nathan Lashes, I'm not sure if you know him, but he's like my friend and we have the same website guy, and I switched, and then I was like, you need to switch now. Like, even my sales, I think it's so much more user friendly. They've doubled since I switched. I think because it's just so much easier for the customer to use as well. I would just really say, I know you've been with WordPress for 13 years, but if you move to Shopify, I promise you'll be like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? It's just so good.
Oh my God, I know what I'm doing after we've stopped recording. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, like my website guy did it, but you can basically like just carry everything over. So you don't need to make a whole new website. It just like puts it onto that platform.
Oh, definitely.
If you have questions, you can message me after about it too, if you have any questions.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very, very much for taking your time out of your busy schedule. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. And I know you've given so many people some golden nuggets when it comes to social and when it comes to branding. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome.